Do my favorite thing, doing live streaming. Love doing this. Wanted to be able to talk a little bit about my trip to Bangladesh and being able to meet the team, and then how I've been able to manage 10 days away, having a offshore virtual assistant, being able to take over the whole process for me, take over the calendar, email, my to-do list, my tasks, my projects, and being able to communicate live while we were there, at the same time being able to communicate via WhatsApp. So with that, I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about Bangladesh. It was fantastic. You know, I walked to work, stayed at the Western Hotel in Dhaka. I would walk in about 10 minutes, a kilometer, into our office in Banani, which is a great neighborhood. It's kind of like a shopping district. Class A building, walk in, we've got glass boardrooms, open concept, marketing team, sales team, customer success team, all there. It was so great to be with a young, cool team. They're all talking about the same things as we do here in Canada or here in North America, same interests. And the team is so hungry to learn, so hungry to be excellent at what they do. But I was going to be away for 10 days. And so this was a great test in being able to see, hey, how am I going to be able to manage, not like I have been in the last bunch of months, where I'm here in my home office or at my office at the cottage, where I'm easily accessible. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be not only in the road throughout Dhaka as we were meeting other founders of offshoring businesses, but at the same time, I'm then going to be in Italy. Yeah, I'm going to be in different time zones. I'm going to be live at a conference. Everything was done. And so here's some things that I've learned. I've had virtual assistants before, but really have taken this process serious. And I want to kind of start at the very beginning of what it all means, how I made this one successful. So my virtual assistant's name is Manuba. She is unbelievable, amazing at what she does. Let's start kind of with the mindset. So I'd say since 2017, 2018, and I'm a very transparent, open guy, so I'm going to kind of give you the whole economics of all this. So since 2017, 2018, in my company Sales for Life, and then Sales for Life merged with Pipeline Signals, and then having another company Get Leverage, in any given year, I'd pay myself between $300,000 and $400,000 a year. Okay, dividends out of my businesses. So what does that mean? If you were to break that down, let's do simple math. $300,000 a year, 2,000 hours a year worked. That's $150 an hour. Simplest way to think about it. So every hour that I am not focused in on business development, IP creation, like meeting customers, serving customers, growing the enterprise value of the business, then I am costing myself at the bare minimum $150 an hour. But more importantly, what I'm really costing myself is multiples of that into the future. I'm basically stealing from myself into the future. So when I catch myself doing it all the time. I have a personality. It's a little bit of an OCD. I need to have a zero inbox every Sunday night. Zero inbox. What does that have me do? 4 to 6 hours. And not only am I every day checking emails, answering emails, it's like I've become subservient to the email machine, which is hours a day. Every Sunday, I was spending half of a day cleaning my inbox. And so you start multiplying that $150 an hour times, I would say at least 6 to 8 hours a week was being spent just trying to keep my inbox at zero. And then you've got scheduling calendars, right? Playing the back and forth with people, volleying back and forth. Are you free at this time? Are you free at that time? I'm managing multiple calendars. I've got a calendar which was Sales for Life and Pipeline Signals and Get Leverage, and I'm constantly volleying that back. Then I've got a to-do. My to-do list I've kept on my phone. I've got my daily to-do list. I've got my quarterly rocks. I've got what I want to do for the year. I've got a file folder just of like projects that get slotted in there somewhere. I didn't even know where to begin. So all of that I've been able to offload. I look at as an example of my morning this morning. I get up, my inbox is zero. It's always zero. There might be a few, we use kind of a starring system, green, yellow, red, and then a purple question mark if we're waiting for a response. But for the most part, it's clean, it's organized, it's filed. And I get a WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is a reminder of what I need to focus in on today based on the goals and objectives we've set out. Manub is organizing that for me. And I now know what I need to tackle. Then all of a sudden, because it's a Monday morning and I've been gone, we get about 20 emails come in between 8 a.m. and 9:30. I realize that's a large list. Some of them are complex. We jump on a 5-minute WhatsApp call and we just kind of answer them. But one thing that I've learned is instead of me answering them, we do problem solving. So I'm teaching Manuba using a 131. So what is the situation that she's reading it from? What are the 3 options she might use to respond? And then what is her recommendation? I'm not going to steal that from her. She's practicing learning how to put this all into cycle. So kind of coming back to the unit economics, my $150 an hour is now being redeployed. Whereas my teammate making $350 a month, when you're breaking that down to a few dollars every single day, if you actually break that down, it's about $10 plus a day. You break that down by hours, $1 to $2 an hour. Now, all of a sudden, it's about creating this leverage point. This is so critical for us founders. I can't stress it enough. Like, what this has been able to do is now I look back the last few months. Every Friday, I now have a complete cleared schedule. We have reorganized my schedule to have it that Mondays I'm working on the business. It's filled with internal meetings with all the departments, kind of looking at our quarterly rocks, looking at how we did for the week. Every Friday is a complete blank schedule. Now, all of a sudden, I can start tackling major projects, start thinking about go-to-market initiatives that I want to work on, start thinking about intellectual property, like books I want to write, start thinking about customer initiatives I might want to run, because you'll typically find you need like large chunks of time to be able to tackle these, half a day, even a day. So this has been an unbelievable revelation for me. So again, coming back to that, 350 US a month, and you have somebody that is giving you back 20% of your week. What is that worth to you? Not only from a business standpoint, right? $150 an hour, that's, $1,500 a day or whatever it ends up being on your typical workday. That's just like the hard math of the savings, meaning you're spending 10 to 15 or $20 a day to get back $1,500. That's easy. But it's also the soft numbers as well. You're able to spend it more with your family. I can't tell you how many hours every night I was trying to get my inbox down to zero when I'm also at sporting events with my kids, or could be hanging out with my wife, or doing all these sort of things. But it's also freeing my mind. Tonight, as an example, I've got 2 go-to-market ideas that I'm kind of playing with for 2024. I have time to document them. I'm going to visualize them. I'm going to write out some of the steps that I see. They could have been sitting on the back burner for months. Now I get to be able to play with those things. So with that, it's 9:22. Recognize that going live here, and hope you find this valuable. $350 a month. You can have somebody that tackles your inbox to zero, your calendar completely scheduled, your to-do list is organized, it is prioritized for you. Some of those items are tackled. Your travel is covered and organized. Your internal communication between teammates, getting things collaborated and organized for you, done. That's the power of the virtual assistant. So I hope that you found this valuable. And with that, I'm going to sign out. You take care.